Hello, this is Hope Broski with Business, Arts, and Events, and today I'm here with retired Deputy George Osborne. George, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
I am so glad you're here. You started a program which I think is one of a kind here in the Central Valley, and it's called Life After the Badge. Can you tell the viewers a little bit about that?
Yes, so basically the way this came about is I was shot in the line of duty, medically retired, and I went through this process of trying to figure out the gap from in between being a deputy and having this massive family, blue family, to being by myself and not knowing almost what to do with myself and how to reach out. I began reaching out slowly to different people, and then they in turn reached out to me when I was injured, asking for assistance on how the process works when you're injured, how do you get assistance, those type of things. As I realized the gap grew between not only law enforcement officers but dispatchers, EMS, my group of four, which started out four, now is at 290 members.
That's impressive. That means you were doing a lot of PR to make that happen. And
Yeah.
that says a great deal about you. Well, one of the things that you're getting behind right now with Life After the Badge is the fallen heroes, and not just the fallen heroes, but it's the ones who are battling as well. And I'd like to talk a little bit about Deputy Austin Herion and what he has endured and how you're making a difference to help out Austin.
So yes, Austin and I worked for the Sheriff's Department together for very many years, and I stayed in contact with him and his family through the course of things. Over this past year and a half, they discovered a large tumor the size of a baseball in Austin's brain. And it hits on the right side of his scalp, and that was removed. But since then, the cancer has continued to fight to stay alive, and he continues with this struggle, and he's found some alternative methods that have extended his life and the quality of his life for he and his family. The last bill, my understanding that they got was for $55,000, and
Wow.
the insurance only covered about 125 of that.
Mm.
So they're in need of funds. His health has kind of taken a turn for the worse. He recently was in the hospital due to the swelling, and he's starting to get some paralysis that comes and goes on the left side of his brain. He does everything from hyperbaric chambers to other different alternative methods as some of the also the natural course of action that you do
Sure.
during cancer. So we're trying to supplement his family with funds. And he wants to express through me that his family is not using these funds other than to continue to extend his life.
Absolutely.
He feels it's very important for people to
Oh,
understand that.
it is, and it's important to know that insurance only covers so much, and then the rest, even if you're on disability, it's certainly not going to cover the magnitude of the medical bills. One of the things that you're doing on October 10th is you are holding a fundraiser for Austin, and you have tickets that you're selling, and I'd love for you to tell the viewers a little bit about that too, because I think this is where people can start to make a difference.
Yes, and so if you're more than willing, you can contact me directly, and we're selling tickets at $40 a piece. That gives you either a steak or a chicken dinner. There will be music, so we have a trio from the band Deaverville. They're going to be doing some acoustic country style, classic country style music for us for entertainment purposes. We are also looking for people to supply at this point donations as far as items to have at a silent auction, as well as a raffle that we'll have at the end for a bigger, larger prize. That we're still working on those items. But for $40, you're getting music, a dinner, and you're supporting a great cause. And all the
amazing.
proceeds will be going to Austin. So except for the cost of the meal that we're paying the restaurant, which is Yosemite Falls Cafe.
Correct. And that's the one on Blackstone, because there's two. So this is the one at Blackstone and Shaw area.
Blackstone and Shaw.
Uh-huh.
And they have been so amazing to work with. I mean, they even let us go and they've had the spot. I want to give a good shout out to them because they let us have the spot without having to put a lot of funds down, because to get this financially going, I'm backing it using my personal business, the Life After the Badge, and Central Valley Fallen Heroes is an actual nonprofit, but we've gone together so that we can support and get this going for Austin and his family.
Well, I can't, say how important it is that our community comes together for something like this. And so if people aren't able to attend, can you tell them about the GoFundMe so they can make a contribution as well?
Absolutely. So there should be a link down at the bottom that'll run through. It is a live link, so you can click that and you can donate directly to Austin and his family. That goes to him. We want to express, obviously everybody seems to be touched nowadays with some form of cancer in their family, a friend or somebody they know. This is one instance where we can actually help somebody who answered the call for so many other people and put his life on the line, sacrificed for his family all these times, these years, and now it's time where we can give back to him so that he knows he's back and his family knows he's back. So we really want to express gratitude on behalf of however much you can give. There's no little and there's no maximum, obviously, that can go to help with this family and support him during this struggle.
And I'm sure he's so appreciative of what you're doing and the organization in general, because without people like you and those who are working with you, these possibilities would never come to fruition. So folks, for $40, truly, if you think about it, getting a chicken or beef meal, entertainment, you're helping more than anything. You are helping out a family, a man in need who's been battling brain cancer, and it's just going to make a difference if you can show up, and if you can't, just help to donate, because again, besides the dinner, there's raffle prizes and all sorts of fun things that'll be going on. I want to talk a little bit more about some of the other things that you're doing outside of that. You said you had another organization that you're really focused on here in the Central Valley. Let's talk a little bit about that. With
the Central Valley Fallen Heroes?
Yes.
So Central Valley Fallen Heroes is another entity that I recently have started to collaborate with. And what they do is they save money, they give money towards law enforcement officers, their families from fallen when they've been killed in line of duty or severely injured. Most recently, we just had our second boxing match, which over 900 people attended. I got to speak on behalf of that. Again, I was a deputy sheriff for Fresno County for 15 years. I was shot in the line of duty and retired out with a Purple Heart. And so when I give back to the community, it's the community that I love, and I want to, as I tell people all the time, who's going to answer the call for the people who answer the call for us? Well, I will. So saying that and then showing it is very important. So we've put together this event, and the boxing matches have slowly grown. We have the third one planned for January. I don't have the exact date off the top of my head right now.
Well, you're going to have to come back and tell the viewers when that's going to happen.
Yes, and we're hoping that we're eventually going to expand that even more. But 900 people showed up to it. It was sold out. We couldn't pack any more in there at that time, so we're going to be looking for larger venues, and we're really excited to be able to do that and contribute. Most recently, Officer Stanlin's family was a recipient of some funds, and he was a correction officer that was shot in the line of duty, and then several years later lost his fight for his life in the hospital.
Well, I tell you, it's we are so appreciative of what the Blue does for us, and this is our way to give back. And I truly hope that all of you take some time to make that time for October the 10th, and that is a Thursday. And again, that is over at Yosemite Falls on Blackstone, just north of Shaw Avenue. Really easy access, centrally located, everybody, so please try to make an effort. Now, you also are on Instagram and Facebook. How can people find you as well?
Okay, so on Facebook, you can look up George Osborne or Mr. Fresno. You'll see two pages, a real estate and then one that's more like a personal. Follow the personal one. Love for you to follow the real estate one, but follow the personal one. You can get a hold of me and find out information on how to become a member of Life After the Badge. Life After the Badge isn't just law enforcement, it's all first responders. So that's EMS, dispatch, fire, corrections. And if you notice in the center of our logo, which is behind us right now, there's the family. Too often we forget about our family members and the people who are left handling this stuff. So we're reaching out, and not only is this important for Austin, but for his family, especially his wife who's struggling, trying to give the care to her husband and still take care of the kids. So we don't want to forget those, and those dispatchers, the quiet voices that would comfort the law enforcement officers who are out there. We don't want to forget them. So please contact me directly on Instagram. It's under Mr. Fresno Real Estate, and on TikTok, Mr. Fresno Real Estate.
George Osborne, thank you for having such a big, kind heart and making a difference here in our community. We all really appreciate the effort that you're making and what you're doing. And again, folks, please don't forget, Thursday, October 10th, Yosemite Falls. This is for Austin Herion. Let's get out there, community, and make a difference. This is Hope Roski with Business, Arts, and Events. George, thank you so much.
Thank you very much.